Still starting up. We're good to go. Welcome to Teckmo Timeout Episode 2. I'm your host, Jared Jones. Thanks for coming through. Want to give a quick shout out to the entire Teckmo League. We really appreciate you guys watching our video. The feedback was incredible. We have so many people that want to come through to be guest stars. We can't wait to get you guys started. Either way, let's get on with the show. This man needs no introduction. Our first guy I want to introduce, Daryl Stevens. Really appreciate you coming through. Let's clap it up for my man Daryl. Glad he's able to come through for this first one.
Glad to be here.
Definitely. And of course, next to Daryl, we got, family, Jason Jones. Thanks for coming through,
Yes,
Jay.
sir.
Of course, we have the man that needs no real introduction is the commissioner of this league, Matthew Thompson. We really appreciate you coming through. It looks like Matt has a message there. What does it say? F the Vikings is what it says, guys. F the Vikings is what this says. Chris, I'm sorry. You should have been here with the fellas, man. You could have been here to kind of defend yourself. But until then, F the Vikings might be the name of this video. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see.
FTV, sir, not PTI. FTV.
Absolutely. Then, of course, we have the man, the legend, Stuart Augustus. Thanks, Stu, coming back through. Hopefully, we got the mic situation fixed. Not talking from the closet anymore.
Not talking from the closet tonight.
There you go.
Can no longer call him Whispers. He's no longer Whispers Augustus.
No more whispering.
Good to have him through. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about two divisions. Actually, one of the very strongest divisions, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The AFC North and the NFC North. So we're going to start out with the NFC. Well, actually, should we start with the AFC or NFC, guys? What do you think?
AFC first.
AFC first? All right, say the best for last. Y'all know y'all going to kill me for that. AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens, the Cleveland Browns. They won't be the Oklahoma City. Okay, here we go. Let's bring this up. The Browns, the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Steelers. We got some new faces, of course, in the North. Has some old guys. Let's get started, guys. What do you all see in terms of the outlook of this division since we have some new faces mixed in?
Well, we can sum this up in about 5 seconds. Steve's gonna run the North, the AFC North. Let's move on. Let's get
really?
to the NFC.
So that's just it. Steve is going to run the North. That's it. Is what we're saying here.
I don't see anybody that can. I don't see anybody that would challenge him.
I don't know, man. I think Justin's going to put up a challenge for him, man. I see that happening.
Oh. Looks like
his piece and left.
Right. I guess that was Stu's. That was Stu's quick. That's right. I guess that was Stu's quick in and out. Right. We're gonna keep this rolling. Stu will be back. Stu will come back, and there it is. Stu's back. No. Hey, welcome back, Stu. I know you want to come through and just get your words out, but you ain't have to roll out like that. It's kind of disrespecting the show, man. What's going on here? All right. We'll let Stu get his network connection together, guys. I don't know. It might be on that Wi-Fi from McDonald's. Who knows? All right, so let's
man. We're having a little technical difficulties over here.
All right, Stu.
I'm thinking though. I know Justin, man. When he joined, he was real disappointed with some of the moves. You know what I'm saying that my man Terry had made. He got rid of Gio already. A couple other pieces he had already moved, so he was a little hurt when he took over the Bengals. So I think with the squad intact, and he said from what I hear, he's focused this year. I think he might make a real run. But then again, my man Steve texted me yesterday. I'm like the Stephen A of this right here. My man Steve texted me and was like he was going to surprise everybody this season. He was going to draft this year. He's going to build his squad up from the ground up. So honestly, if that happens, it'll be hard for me to pick anybody but my man Steve to take over the division and run it for the whole duration of 16.
So basically, Steve said he's gonna run his team like everybody else runs their team. Okay, I was just wondering, because it sounded like you just said Steve doing what he's supposed to be doing anyway. But all right. All right. Jason, what you got, man?
Told me.
I'm gonna go against the grain, and I'm gonna say Justin's gonna win this one. Yeah. Since everybody going for Steve, I'm gonna say Justin's gonna take this one.
Well, you know what? Here's why I say Steve is gonna win, and I think out of all of them, Justin is the one that would challenge him the most.
Right.
Justin has to be dedicated, and if he's dedicated, then I could see him winning a couple division titles. But if he's not dedicated, then Steve's gonna run it, and that's how I look at it.
I mean,
I
for me
will
personally,
give the
I don't
nod
know.
to Steve year one. He is the most experienced, and the Baltimore Ravens is the best team in that division. So I give him a nod year one. Year two, Justin gonna be on his neck. That's what I'm gonna say.
I see a lot of people talking about Steve here, and I actually get it. You know, Steve has had success in the league. He's done some things, but let's be honest here. When it comes down to it, has Steve done enough? You know, at least initially, to warrant that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think Justin has shown that he can actually be someone who can be a front runner. You know, I don't know.
You
That's
gotta
just
think
the way I
of
look
you
at it.
gotta think of how that division changed though. I mean, you had Mike, Mike Masseray in that division before, and I think he was kind of taking the the leadership role in that division. So with him moving over to Buffalo, I think you got to kind of put Steve into that top spot, at least for now, just based off history. I think you got to put him in that top spot.
Right.
I agree. Looking at these overalls, it looks like it's a pretty tight division. Like probably one of the tightest divisions out of the whole league.
And we had your
See,
screen up, Jason, so we can actually see what you're looking at here. So scroll over a little bit, just kind of show us what you're looking at.
All right, we got the Bengals here at 84.
Okay.
Browns at 75, Ravens at 85, and Steelers at 84.
Wow, that's tight.
So technically,
It's tight.
Justin and Steve have very similar teams here. So it's really going to come down to team management. It's going to be down to how they play. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be a close race here. But like Jason, I'm gonna go against the grain, man. I'm gonna give Justin a nod here. I mean, it's just no disrespect to Steve. He has played well, but Justin has as well. And so I think in this instance, it could be something where he can surprise everyone as well.
I would like to see how Justin is going to do with his team day one. I want to see how he does, and if he plays, if he does well with his team and builds them correctly, then I could see him challenging Steve. But like I said it before, if he's not dedicated, then I don't think he's gonna. Then I give it to Steve. But I say Steve is 1 and Justin is 1A in this division.
So on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, we have my man Mike G, who I think he's won like one and then no games and then one game again. Like, do y'all think, like, he told me he's rededicated, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna do some lab games with the squad, try to get his game up. Do y'all think he can come up? Like, are there any rags to riches stories in Teckmo, or is it always going to be whereas the top teams going to remain the top teams, the bottom teams going to remain the bottom teams? Which
I mean, with hard work, they say hard work pays off. So I mean, it's possible he could, come up with some hard work and dedication.
Hey,
have you had anybody do that? Come from the bottom and kind of move up and take a top spot, make some noise.
Mike G, hit me up, man. We're gonna get some live games.
Well, I can say this. I feel that, we all know that Mike has had struggles throughout the entire Madden, but he earned his spot coming back into 16. When it comes to that, it's really about your due diligence, not giving up, not quitting. Because it's so easy to say that you don't want to play anymore because you're losing, but that mentality of consistently staying with it is something that a lot of us need to learn from in the league, to be able to remain diligent and not allowing yourself to get down to the point where you lose focus. And so, hey, I think if Mike comes in with the attitude that I'm gonna prove everybody wrong, I'm not going to allow any troubles to trip me up. I'm gonna stay focused. Who knows, man? I mean, Mike, it's going to take some time. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to come in here in first season blow everyone away. But I think if he continues to grow, who knows what's going to happen down the line?
Hey, trades. Like, it's you got some monsters over there in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? You got monster O-line, you got monster linebackers, monster halfback. if you give up somebody off that squad, make sure you getting some prospects, some high quality prospects for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like you already got the pieces in place, so just make sure you get value for every trade that you make, and I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
really,
Most
and
definitely.
really, that goes for just about everybody in the league. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in, oh well, this player had success with him, so if I trade for him, then I'm gonna have the same success. And personally, to me, it doesn't work that way. So I think, um, and this goes for everybody. Watch who you trade with. Watch, what you're getting in your trades. If you make sure you get value in return, don't just like Matt was saying. You got make sure you get value for who you're giving up or who you want to get. So I mean,
And future value. Not just a 90 right now. If he's 34 years old, that dude is gonna either retire in a year or he's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, 27 speed the next season. So like get somebody that's gonna be good for your squad. Unless if you one step away from the Super Bowl and you want to trade for an older player, then it's all good. But if you building your squad, you don't need to be bringing in any 31-year-olds. You need to be bringing in some 23, 24-year-olds to build for the duration of 16.
I agree, especially
Good
your first
point.
year.
Good point.
Especially your first year. I mean, that's going to be the turning point. We all don't have great teams starting out. So when it comes to growing your team, even for people who have good teams, I mean, you may have a great team, but you may have a lot of aging players, and so that great team may not be so great next year or 2 years from now. So it's all about trying to build for that future. That's something that we all got to think about.
Don't
Right.
forget about Diggs, Cleveland.
Yeah,
Coming
let's
back.
let's talk about Diggs. I mean, Diggs came from our division. He came from the AFC South. Look, man. Me and Diggs had some battles. I'll give you a shout out. Well, we'll have to see how that translates into this new division. I mean, he did have a great Colts team, Andrew Luck. But then again, didn't he get rid of Andrew Luck?
White Calvin.
We're not talking about White Calvin. All right, there's a lot of situations. Look, I'm still mad what you did to my man. Took away his rookie of the year. Look, we're not gonna talk about that. That was last year. That was last year. But yeah, I mean, look, the man can ball, and so I mean, it's something that he's still in that mix there. I don't think there is no heads or tails above the rest. I think he can still make noise coming out, but his team is not as good as the rest, so it's going to take a little bit of work for him to try to get up there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's saying something when you come. He's in the same division with the Texans, and then of course, Coach Ritter, who had dominated the division and really dominated the AFC. So when you playing that person 2 to 3 times a year, it's easy to kind of get downtrodden and not be playing as hard because you're not going to win that division. So now with him shifting over, he might have a new focus, knowing that he has as good of a chance as anybody to take over that division. But he will have to make some moves early. Cleveland has some good linemen, good D linemen, good O linemen. So if he can kind of either build on that or use some of that as trade bait, then he might be able to make some noise.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, Hayden, we can bring him to DC, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Hey, go ahead.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk in the private chat.
Yeah, it's definitely pieces on that team.
Definitely, especially on the defensive side. So, we got anything else going on for the AFC here, or we wanna move on to the main event?
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, Jay. Let's move on to that NFC North. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. Blam! NFC North, powerhouse. Vikings with Chris Ritter, AFC champion. He probably has the most championships. He has the most championships in Teckmo history. Am I right?
Nah, Dill still has more, but
He still has more. Okay. Okay, man. Look, man, Chris is the up and comer, but he moved over to the NFC North now. I don't gotta worry about him no more. Look, man. See you later. Let me go ahead and get my shine. And then of course we have the Lions. We have a new guy, Maurice. Does anybody know anything about Maurice? Has anybody seen him play? Has anybody here been aware of him?
Not too sure.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
So I guess we can't speak too much on him, but either way, it's going to be an uphill battle. For the Bears,
Could be a surprise.
I mean,
Dude might work
hey,
at
he
EA
could be.
for all we know.
He could be a surprise.
You said he might have the codes. He might have an auto catch codes. You never know. He might have the auto catches. I don't know, man. It's always somebody got the auto catch codes. I don't know who it is this year. Of course, we say, hey, look, man, commissions Matt. So we're gonna go ahead and let Matt speak on his own division since he's the only representative right now. So go ahead and let Matt tell us what's it going to be like this year for you, especially being in division with Chris, and what is your outlook for this year?
You know what? At the end of 15, you know what I'm saying, I hollered at Chris when we were kind of thinking about realigning. Everybody was thinking about realigning. I wanted to be in a division with Chris, because you know he's a high quality opponent. I like playing high quality. You know, I've always been in the division with Jason last time. You know what I'm saying? I like being in the division with other strong coaches. So hollered at Chris. We were looking for a suitable place to land, and at that time the North was wide open, so we ended up going over there. So it's gonna be real interesting. You know, whenever I played Chris in the past, we only played probably, I don't know, 4 times in Teckmo history. One time being the Super Bowl, the other time just being random meetings. And it's always so odd because when you play somebody that few times, it's kind of hard to know what you're about to come up against. So, you know, it's gonna be real interesting to get to really know his style, get to know his characteristics. You know, I'm probably not the nicest with the sticks, but I'm real good at game planning and kind of remembering tendencies. So you know, playing him. so playing him a couple times a year. You know, probably actually 3 times a year. You know, man, I think we'll probably meet in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes too. So playing him that often, we're gonna get real familiar with each other's style. So I think it's gonna be a battle. You know what I'm saying, as far as him and I am concerned. So I'm looking forward to that. Maurice, like we just said, nobody knows anything about him. You know, he's a friend of another one of the coaches in Teckmo, so he's going to be an enigma. Like we said, he could work at EA. He might be the dude that made the ratings for Madden, for all we know.
True.
You know what I'm saying? He might be that dude. He might come out smash all of us. And Alex, I never played Alex in 15, but I remember him beating some good players, and I remember him being close in some games that I thought he might get blown out in, and that was with a scrub team.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, with him having the Packers, which is actually his favorite team, he may have that hashtag renew zeal that Stu always talking about.
Okay, renew zeal. Oh man,
Renew zeal.
Renew zeal. So you know, what I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see him have a resurgent year in 16 as well. I think year one, Chris is going to have control of the division because, you know, I mean, neither one of us have great squads, but his team is definitely better than mine. So unless I can come up with on some trades, you know, I'm likely he'll win year one. But I think year two and going ahead that, you know, me and him will battle back and forth for that division title. And then depending on Maurice and Alex, if they can come out. Alex got the best team in the game, I believe. So, you know what I mean? He gonna have some noise to talk too. But I would put Chris year one, you know, put myself number 2, and then we're gonna go forward to the future and see what happens. But you know, I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Going to definitely be some battles over there, man. I mean, that's I mean, look. Is that how you're going to end all speeches with the hashtag F the Viking?
Yeah, man, that's how we got to end it.
And then you sip on some cognac. I mean, look, man, this is the adult beverage hour, so I guess it's all right to go ahead and take some sips on the show. But Stu, don't you have some familiarity with him? He was in your division, right?
Yeah, we played. He gave me a good challenge, you know, but his team was very limited. But he took his, you know, he still played tough each time we played, and you know, I'm happy that he was able to, you know, we kind of worked that out where he could use the Packers. As much as people want to say that I did not run. I gave him, you know, it's not very many Packers fans around, so when you find one, you gotta, you know, you gotta show him love. So I'm turning it over, giving him the keys to the kingdom, and you know, he's gonna do his thing, and I'm pulling for him. So we'll see what happens. But
are you cheering up right now?
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you
Cheese
tearing up right
Nation.
now? Right. I mean, I thought I saw 2 tears drop off Stu's face when he was saying that.
Hey
What's
man,
going on?
Bite to some Wisconsin cheese after this, dog.
Oh,
Oh,
even though I'm not playing with them this year, I still gotta rock it, yo. Still gotta rock it.
I mean, is that the only Packers? Right. Is that the only Packers thing you have in your house, Stu? I mean,
Still
come on,
gotta
man.
rock it.
All right, Stu. Let's play some real football. Anyway.
all
Anyway.
right. So I'm gonna echo what Matt said. I think I'm gonna give Crit the nod year one. He knows how to win. You know, he's been there, done that. Got plenty of rings to show for it. So I'm gonna give Crit the nod year one. Matt, we're gonna be right on his heels. Year two, it's gonna be crazy. So other than the AFC East division, I'm gonna be watching the NFC North division closely.
Yeah, I agree as well. NFC North is about to be crazy. I see Matt build a team in the Giants very quickly. So I think season 2 he's definitely going to be a competitor in that division. Hopefully he can stop Chris's run. You know what I'm saying? That's all we hope for.
You know that's coming.
Yeah. So that's going to be good, man.
That's
I
gonna
can't
be
wait to
good.
see that
Yeah.
comp, and I can't wait to see how Maurice is going to be. Welcome again to Teckmo, and
Welcome, Maurice.
Welcome, Mo.
Hope you have fun, brother.
Alex, man. I think he's going to do well. I'm definitely rooting for him as well. That's going to be a good division.
Since
Probably the best one, honestly.
since Chris and I we're AFC South brothers, I'm gonna go ahead and throw shade and say he's not gonna win a division the first year. I'll say Matt's gonna win the division the first year, and I'm gonna tell you why. I believe that Chris plays best when his team is built and more suited for his playing style. Now, granted, he is a run-first guy, and AP will be back. I still feel that Chris needs to build momentum more so than Matt will be. I think Matt's going to come out, and I think he's going to surprise. He's going to take the division the first year. Granted, down the line, I'm not sure how it's going to go as Chris is able to develop his team. But I'm going to go ahead and get a commission nod this time. Commission, I got you, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
Appreciate that, man.
yeah, go ahead and throw me a few dollars too. But yeah, I believe Matt's going to take it the first year. But that division is going to be really top heavy. It's going to be between Chris and Matt every season. And Alex, look, man, you have your shot to dance with kings. You know, you got 2 of the best in your division. Let's see what you got, man. Put forth your best effort, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be really tough, but it'll be fun. You know, we're all starting out with teams that may not be the best. Build them to your talents. Build them to a way that's going to make you comfortable. Hey, let's see what happens. It should be a really good time.
Just make
It's
Papa
an
Steve
Anthony
proud.
Barr, son.
Anthony Barr?
Yeah, that's that dude, man. He's faster than like every receiver. And every receiver I've seen is like 86 speed, but Anthony Barr 91 speed.
Yeah, I'm
son.
looking at
Come
him
on,
right
son.
now. 85.
How fast is Stephon Diggs? Can somebody pull it up real quick?
All right, I'm pulling it up right now. He's 90 speed,
That's it.
92 excel. Yep.
Are they really throwing shade at my man Stephon Diggs? I mean, out of Maryland, he's one of the fastest receivers. You know.
Your mic is doing a little something trippy, Jared,
Yeah.
unless it's just on me.
Yeah, it
Nah,
is.
I can hear it too.
It might be, but I'm directly connected to the stream, so it probably shouldn't stutter on there. We got Jason. Yeah, I see that.
I don't know, man.
He has 92 acceleration, though. I mean, I like that.
Yeah.
Say it again, Jason. You breaking up?
I can't hear you.
Offensive line looking a little suspect.
What, for the Vikings?
Yeah.
Looks like my prediction may have some solidification there. I don't
Unless
know.
he made some trades, you right?
No.
Chris got something up his sleeve.
We'll see. You guys have built that offensive line.
Right tackle, 85 overall. Select through it here more. Left tackle, oh, that dude's irrelevant. Left guard, Yankee, 73.
See, but we can't tell who a starter is by looking at this too. So I mean, some of these guys could be backups.
No, I can't really tell. I don't know, man. It's not too solid right now. I mean, you have another right.
He's gonna have to move some of those pieces that he had. I mean, he's got trade bait on that squad, But to get his team, we all know Chris likes to build from the O line out. Like that's the first thing he builds is that O line. So in order for him to get that O line like he wants it, he's either gonna have to wait till year 2 or 3 and build through the draft, or he's gonna have to get some trades. But as long as he has to give up pieces to get pieces, then I feel good about it. Like if he can give up a garbage player and get one of the best linemen in the league, like he did,
D Castro.
you know what I'm saying? What I mean? If he can pull those Jesus trades out, then you just never know. You know what I mean?
Right.
It'll be interesting, man. Like I said, it'll definitely be interesting to see how that all pans out. So where you guys want to move on to next? I mean, like we could definitely put up some footage of some Madden 16. Y'all want to talk about the game a little bit?
We can, but I think should we do a part 1 and part 2? Because Jared's like your mic is really distorted, and you the MC, so it might be kind of hard to continue on like this.
Can't hear me that well?
Nah.
It's like really muffled.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then we can
just cut it, and we can do part 1 and part 2.
Okay. Well, at that point, we're going to end it out, guys. Hey, look, we appreciate all you coming out. It was a great show as always. I think what should we be talking about next week? Should we just move on to the Madden game itself, or do you want to talk about another division next? What's our next plan so we can kind of get that rolling?
You talking about next, like in a few minutes, or you talking about next week?
Next week.
Next week, let's go out west.
Yeah, let's do the West. I mean, we gotta keep it moving because the Teckmo will be starting honestly in what?
That is true. In a few days. Well, in a few weeks. But when do we start? See, now the season won't necessarily start until after we get the week 1.
Yeah, after week 1, EA usually does the roster update, and then we start Teckmo right after that. Right after they do that roster update. So that's like 2 to 3 weeks, and we'll be kicking off.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be some lab games. It's going to be some lab games.
Yeah, lab games starting in 2 days. If anybody, I got Thursday and Friday. After that, I'm going to be mad busy. So if anybody want to holler at me, I got 10 hours. I'm going to burn up like quick in 2 days.
Okay.
So,
Hey, I got something I want to share with. This is for Joey. Joey and Bobby and Kevin. Just want to share this with them so they can see it real good.
Hold on, Stu.
That's who's running things.
Hold on, Stu.
That's who's running things.
Okay.
Just look at that real good. That's for you, Joey. For you.
Rather respect it on the Apple, you know what I'm saying, product. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you some love, Stu. I mean, look, man, I got a house out in Houston still, so yeah.
All right.
I like that. I like that.
I appreciate
All right,
that.
guys. We appreciate you all coming through. What'd you say, Daryl? What did Daryl say? Daryl, Stu.
I said Stu can only enter in around back.
Oh no!
Can you put the keys under the mat for me?
Oh no! You guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We had such a great show today. Glad to have Daryl come through. Daryl, hope you can join us the next time as well.
Most definitely.
Get some of these shows down the road. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
All right.